Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back out in the gun room today. We've got another upper out on the bench. This is going to be, I guess, what would be my first official Bear Creek Arsenal complete upper review, but this is also going to serve twofold. This is also chambered in 7.62 by 39, so it is going to be kind of a new caliber for me to kind of delve into as far as the AR-15 platform. This upper right here I found on sale on Bear Creek's website for $166 shipped. And that was with a coupon code that I found online. But this is a complete upper. It's got bolt carrier group, charging handle. So it's a complete ready to pin on upper. But I have not had much experience with Bear Creek stuff other than a few of their barrels. So this is going to be kind of a twofold review. But I'm going to go over the construction of this upper here, let you all know what it's entailing, and then we'll take it out back to the hide and we'll put some rounds through it, kind of see what kind of accuracy we can get, and see what kind of reliability we can get. As you guys know, that's delved into this caliber in the AR-15 platform, it can be kind of hairy as far as reliability. So this upper here, as I mentioned, it's got a 16-inch heavy profile barrel, and I mean this thing is heavy. The barrel itself, I would lend it towards maybe an H-bar contour. I mean it's a full profile all the way down. It's got one of their, I think they call it an LS2 flash hider. It is threaded 5/8 24. Does have a F-marked front sight base, as you can tell. Sling swivel, bayonet lug, standard A2 hand grip. And as I mentioned, the upper is complete, which we'll take a look at that here in just a second. But 4150 chromoly vanadium steel on that, parkerized finish on the barrel. It is a 1 in 10 twist, carbine length gas system, and just an M4 flat top forged upper receiver. And we take a look at the BCG here, and it staking could definitely be better, but again, it's a $166 upper as well. Bolt carrier appears to be good shape. It does have a MPI'd 7.62 by 39 bolt. The bolt carrier itself does not appear to be chrome lined, but the bolt body or bolt carrier body appears to be nitride finish. So that's a nice touch for the price paid, and then just a standard M4 charging handle. I have to say I'm pretty intrigued about this. Like I said, for the price, it was one of those things. It was too cheap to turn down, and great review stuff for you guys as well. I'm sure you all will be interested in it. So definitely can't wait to get it back there and get a scope mounted on it and kind of see what it does. So definitely might be something to look at here. So let me get a scope mounted up. We'll take a walk back to the hide and see what we can do. All right, guys, we're back here at the hide. We've got the BCA Bear Creek Arsenal 7.62 by 39 upper, mated to a Diamondback lower. This has got just a standard mil-spec trigger in it. We're going to take some shots at 110 yards and just kind of gauge what kind of accuracy and type of performance we can get out of this upper. Like I mentioned, it was less than $170 shipped, so definitely take that into consideration when doing an evaluation on something like this, guys. But I have ran a few rounds through it to sight it in. I put probably 30 rounds through it, so not a lot at all. I've got a ASC 20 round mag, so we're going to shoot 5 different loads. I got some Wolf Military Classic 124 grain hollow point, some standard Tula 122 grain FMJ. I found some PPU Privy, looks like 123 grain, but this isn't a soft point, so might be good for some of you hunters. And then some 123 grain FMJ from Silver Bear, and also some of the 123 grain SST Hornady ammo. So we'll try 5 shots out of each of these at 110 and just kind of see what happens. So far so good. Granted, that's not a lot of rounds. The only thing I did with this out of the box, other than what you guys seen me manipulate the upper whenever we were looking at it there in the gun room, I mounted the scope, I pulled the bolt carrier and lubed it, and I just ran a patch through the bore to make sure everything was clean. So we're going to kind of see what it does together. So we're going to start with 5 of this Wolf Military Classic. And again, guys, I will say 7.62 by 39 is not what I would consider even in the least as a precision cartridge, as most of you guys know. But I would say with good trigger presses, there shouldn't be any reasons that you couldn't squeeze a 2.5 inch group out of this, especially coming out of an AR-15 platform. So we're going to kind of see what happens. Again, this is the 123 grain hollow point Wolf Military Classic. So see what we can do here. And I do have a 4-12 Nikon Buckmaster. Again, this is kind of a ridiculous scope for this kind of an upper, but maybe not, but it's working good for testing here. So let's try our first 5 shots and see what happens. All right, not terrible. It doesn't look like through the scope. Let's try 5 of the Tula ammo here. I know a lot of you guys shoot this stuff. I do too, especially in 7.62-39. It's so cheap. Plus, you can get it at Walmart and places like that, so that kind of makes it nice. But again, this is a 122 grain FMJ. This is, as noted before, a 16-inch carbine length gas system barrel. I will say this is my first 7.62-39 AR to kind of mess with personally. The recoil impulse is a little bit more than your standard AR if you've never shot one, so, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's try some of the Tula here. That there doesn't look overly impressive. Let's try this 123 grain soft point. Now this is a brass cased ammunition. Again, soft point projectile, so this could very well be a good hog cartridge for you hog hunters out there. This stuff was pretty reasonably priced too. I think it was only around $12 a box here locally, so considering, I mean, that's not terrible. All right, let's try a few of these here. 110 yards. All right, now let's try 5 of the 7.6239 Silver Bear. This is a full metal jacket load, relatively inexpensive. This does use that zinc plated steel case. Some schools of thought is a little bit better on your chamber than straight up steel, but for everything I've done, guys, I've never had a problem with any of it, and I shoot quite a bit too. But let's try see what 5 of these do. All right, 5 of these, 110. Man, if I hadn't pulled that one, that'd have been a heck of a group on that. Wow, that's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's try some of this Hornady. This is the SST load. So it's got their SST projectile, but it's in a steel case. These come in 50 round boxes. So it's not overly expensive. And I've shot this stuff out of a few different AKs, and it's actually done pretty well. So I would also consider this probably a good hunting load for you guys as well. Let's try. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my crosshairs just a pinch. All right. And let's try and go for that center target here. All right, so 5 of these Hornadies. Wow, holy cow. $170 barrel, or upper, guys. That is not bad. Let me grab the camera, fellas. And as you guys noticed, we had 0 failures to feed, 0 failures to extract. It was 100% positive. And let me give you guys a look at that bolt here. Again, that is a nitrided bolt, and as we looked at up there in the gun room, staking wasn't overly impressive, but appeared to be adequate. As I mentioned, this is a 16-inch H-bar style barrel with one of their spiral flash hiders. I have to say, felt recoil was definitely noticeable, but it was not, you know, unmanageable by no means. And I am running a 16 or a 20 round mag from ACS, in case you guys were wondering. This was the only ones available locally, and I've got a 30 rounder too. And let's walk down and take a look at these fellas. I have to say, I am pretty impressed to say the least from it, looking through the scope anyway. As I mentioned, this upper was I think it was less than $170 to my door after the coupon code. So, I mean, if I could get a, you know, consistent 2 to 3 MOA out of that gun or out of that upper, I would be ecstatic. You're definitely not going to buy mini uppers complete with bolt carrier group and charging handle for that money. That is a fact, guys. But let's see what we got here. All right. Holy cow. I have to say, I mean, guys, I'm pretty impressed. That's that Wolf right there. That was that hollow point load. And here is that Tula. Not overly impressive there, but I mean, you're looking at about 2.5 inches there, roughly, I'd say. Each one of these blocks is an inch. This right here is that PPU, that soft point. I'll have to be honest, guys. This stuff here isn't overly impressive in any load from what I've seen as in, you know, other calibers as well. Now look at this. If I hadn't pulled that shot right there, if I could shoot worth a dang, look at that. That's that Silver Bear. That's a Full Metal Jacket load shooting into, gosh, basically in what, 1.5 inches. And then here is that Hornady with the 123 grain SST. Like I said, that stuff shoots pretty darn good. So basically center punched 5 shots out of that. So guys, out of a $170 complete upper shipped to my door with charging handle and bolt carrier group, I'm pretty impressed. I'm not going to lie. I was honestly not expecting it to do this good. I thought this was going to be a bad review, but I am pleasantly surprised. So I may have to invest in a few more BCA uppers for you guys to test out. I'll have to say they are not very forthcoming on sending out uppers for review unless you're a bigger channel. So I had to personally buy this one myself. So as money permits, I may have to get another one and check it out for you guys as well and kind of see how it does. I have to say in the past, I haven't been overly impressed with their stuff, but maybe they've changed something and are doing some stuff a little bit different. I have to say, as far as this upper goes, you know, sample size of 1, it's definitely a recommend. So give me a shout on the Facebook page if you got any questions. Post them up below on this video. I'm always, you know, glad to help. Hit me up on Patreon. Guys, YouTube's defunded about everything, so everything I'm doing for the channel is completely out of pocket now. So every little bit helps. I love bringing you guys good content. So as always, shoot straight. Later.